today we're going to be reading a book called Red Riding Hood and the Sweet Little Wolf. So this is a sweet little wolf. Not a scary wolf, a sweet one, huh? And look, here she is. And it looks like she's taking some apples and she loves to read books, I think, because she's holding a book. And look, the wolf might like to read books too. Let's see what this book is going to be about. Oh, look, this is red. Can you guys show me the color red in sign language? Red. Good. Red. Oh, look, there's little Red Riding Hood sitting on in her chair. So this is the title page. And on the title page, we have the title. And the title is called Red Riding Hood and the Sweet Little Wolf. And it was written by Rachael Mortimer and illustrated, or the pictures were drawn by Liz Chone. So let's get to reading. Once upon a time, there was a big bad wolf who lived in the woods. Well, that's not quite true. Really, she was a sweet little wolf who loved all things pretty and pink, especially fairy tales. There she is. She loved fairy tales and loved the color pink. Pink. So you put your fingers like this and you go like this. Pink. She lived with her mom and dad, who were very big and very bad. Oh, look, and it looks like Mom is holding something here, and it looks like a recipe. And the recipe says that she will need 1 onion, 2 large potatoes, 3 carrots, 1 sprig of rosemary, and, 1 little girl. Mr. and Mrs. Wolf shook their heads. When will you ever learn to be a real wolf like us? It's time you went out to get the dinner. Yeah, it doesn't look like she wants to go get dinner. It looks like she wants to go pick some flowers. So they're upset that she's not a big, bad wolf like they are. So sweet little wolf set out. She hid behind a tree. I must be clever and cunning, she whispered over and over again as she looked over at her mother's list. Remember, she needs 1 onion, 2 large potatoes, 3 carrots, 1 sprig of rosemary, and a little girl, tender and juicy. There is a sweet little wolf. And look who's coming. Little Red Riding Hood. Uh-oh. Just then, Red Riding Hood skipped by on her way to Grandma's house into the woods. And look, there's a sign that says Grandma's house. There's a big, sweet little wolf. And there she is. She's not paying attention. She's reading her book. She didn't even notice. Sweet little wolf couldn't believe her luck. She scampered slyly and followed her along the path. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think the wolf is going to get the little girl? Let's see. Red Riding Hood was reading the story out loud. Once upon a time, with the flick of a wand, a girl's rags turned into a beautiful gown fit for a ball. It was a fairy tale. Sweet little wolf pricked up her ears and listened. She noticed that Red Riding Hood was reading a fairy tale and she wanted to listen. Because remember, sweet little wolf liked everything pink and fairy tales. Outside Grandma's cottage, Red Riding Hood finished the story and they lived happily ever after. Then she went inside and on the door there was a note for Red Riding Hood and said, "Gone to pick bluebells." Oh, and look, there's a sign here that says, "No wolves allowed." Let's see what's going to happen. Sweet little wolf felt in her pocket for a handkerchief. Happy endings always made her cry, So she pulled out her mother's list. Oh, she cleared up her tears because the happy ending made her cry. Then she remembered, what had she been doing? She couldn't go home without any dinner. So, I wonder what she's going to do. Do you think she's going to pretend to be grandma like in the other books? Or do you think she's going to do something else? Let's see. There was only one thing to do. Grandma was out, so Sweet Little Wolf crept into the cottage after Red Riding Hood. She's going inside the cottage. Cottage is another word for house. Her little house. Grrr, grrr, she practiced in the mirror. She pointed her sharp claws. She practiced her best growl in Grandma's bedroom mirror. Her family would be so proud. She was pretending or trying to be the big bad wolf that her parents wanted her to be. But then she spotted a lovely pink robe, a frilly nightcap on the back of the bedroom door. Sweet Little Wolf couldn't resist trying them on. She saw something pink. Remember, her favorite color was pink. So she wanted to try it on. There she is, trying it on. Suddenly she heard Red Riding Hood in the next room. But she was already had put some makeup on, some perfume. She put her robe on. She was getting all nice and pretty. I wonder what she's going to do now since she heard Little Red Riding Hood in the other room. What do you think? The girl was reading again. Once upon a time, a girl was rescued from a tower in the middle forest by a handsome prince. Oh, she loved to read so much, she just kept reading on. And she didn't even notice that the Sweet Little Wolf was in the house. Sweet Little Wolf laid down in Grandma's soft, cozy bed. She would just listen to one more story. Then she would be a real wolf, she thought. Do you think she would become a real wolf after she finished the story? Let's see. Soon Red Riding Hood heard a strange noise coming from the grandma's bedroom. Snuffle, grunt, snort. Snuffle, grunt, snort. She was surprised. Grandma was supposed to be picking bluebells in the woods. Why was she snoring in her bed? She looked closer. Oh, Grandma, what big eyes you have. And what big teeth. Oh, well, like instead the wolf is smiling. Let's see if the Sweet Little Wolf will become big bad. Red Riding Hood pulled back the covers and screamed, "It was the big bad wolf! Help!" She shouted, "Wolf! It's a wolf!" Oh no, she got scared. She's yelling for help. Let's see if anybody comes to her rescue. A woodcutter heard Red Riding Hood's cry and ran toward the cottage as fast as he could. But Sweet Little Wolf didn't leap out of bed. She did not chase Red Riding Hood. She hid under the covers and sobbed her great big tears. She's crying. I wonder why the wolf is crying. I don't want to be a big bad wolf, she cried. I want to listen to fairy tales. She's so sad. She didn't want to hurt Little Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood felt sorry for the Sweet Little Wolf. She told the woodcutter that she was perfectly safe and wrote a letter in her very best handwriting. I wonder who the letter is for. Let's see. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Wolf, once upon a time there lived a little wolf that didn't want to eat girls. She loved all things pretty and pink and dreamed of being a good, kind wolf. So this story has a different ending, a happy ending. Best wishes, Red Riding Hood. And over here at the bottom has a wolf and a Red Riding Hood. And it says that they're best friends. Do you think the mom and dad will be nice now? They won't make her be a big bad wolf? Let's find out. Sweet little wolf ran home with Red Riding Hood's letter. Mr. and Mrs. Wolf were delighted to have their little wolf back. They had been worried, particularly when they heard about the woodcutter from the forest friends. It doesn't matter that you aren't a big bad wolf. We love you just the way you are, said Mrs. Wolf, taking into her bed. Little Wolf fell asleep, dreaming of princesses and magical lands. That was very nice, huh? They did not care that she didn't want to be a big bad wolf like them. And she also dreamed about lovely little girls. Well, she was a wolf after all. The end of that story. So this little wolf was very sweet, not like the other stories we've read, huh?